right, so I got Quan.
What's up,
Quan?
man?
How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for joining me on the Sleekest, man. We've been having to do this now for what, like the last couple of months. We've been saying, let's do it.
Yeah, man. There's always something going on.
There's always something going on, man. Yeah. You were back in the States. I went back to Canada.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a little disconnect over there, but yo, I'm glad we're finally doing this, man. We're starting the New Year's right.
Yeah.
Let's share our stories, man. Let's do it.
Man.
For
sure.
Yeah, man. So, bro. Who's Quan Worthwealth? Who is
Quan Worthwealth?
Worthwealth,
man. Who am I?
Tell everyone, bro.
I don't even know, man. I'm still trying to figure that out. No. I feel like I'm discovering myself every year. Like the older I get, I'm learning more about myself. I'm always changing. I don't think the same. I'm 31 years old. I just turned 31 on December 1st, and I feel like I'm a different person. I thought I was like, I'm just this dude from California. I did film for a little bit. I did a little bit of this, did a little bit of that. So I didn't really have an idea of who I really was. You know what I'm saying? I know what I want to do, but it's like I feel like I'm a dude that's aspired to like be my own everything. I want to be my own boss. I want to have my own establishment, and I love to motivate other people. I love to entertain. I love all of that. So.
Yeah, man, I remember when I met you in the summer here in Belgrade, man, like that energy that you had, I was like, man, this guy's got it together, man. He knows where he's going in life. He's got it all put together. So it's like, like attracts like. So I saw that energy in you. I'm like, I gotta meet this guy. So it was one of those things, man, where, like you're all in for self-development and like improving yourself too. I'm on that wavelength too, man. Like it's all about continuous improvement. And I think the fact that we both left like, Canada and the US for, opportunity to go travel and experience new cultures, man, I think that's what sets you apart from other people that are trying to like make that move, because a lot of people don't have the courage to leave America, man. Like one of the greatest opportunities in the world.
They don't. So yeah, I don't know why that is, man. They have these weird stereotypes in their mind, like, because they tell me, yo, where you going? I'm going to Serbia. Where's that at? In Russia? No, Serbia. Where's that at?
Syria.
Yeah, like Siberia.
Or Syria.
And I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
They're like, man, you finna get kidnapped like and taken, man. You better be careful. You black and you finna get, your liver's gonna be taken out. You're gonna, and I'm just like, no, bro. So yeah, I feel like, it's just good to just take the risk and just do it. I'm a doer. I don't just take other people's word for it. I like to just, if there's something I want to do, I do, and I don't let nobody distract me.
Like your shirt, bro. Right ways, man.
That's right. Right ways, always.
Right ways, always.
Always, man.
Yeah, man. So in terms of like traveling and stuff like that, I know you're telling me now you traveled all across Europe, all across Serbia and stuff like that, man. Yeah. What was your biggest, like when you left the States, man, for that long stretch of period, what was the biggest wake-up call you had? Like what was the number one lesson that you learned overseas?
Whew. First, leave your egos at the airport,
Yeah.
Okay? That's the first thing, Don't think just because you're an American, they're going to accept you right away. I mean, it's common that, it's like a fascination that, you're from a first world country, especially if you're from LA or something like that. But I wouldn't say my first wake-up call was like the culture shock, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't pre-warned of all the things that could go wrong, you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking of only the positive things, not realizing there's bad sides to things as well. So I want to say like, the culture shock was my biggest thing that was my wake-up call as to like, yo, okay, I need to adapt. I need to learn. This is the mentality here, and I got to remember who I am and what I need to do. In
these parts of the world, man, you got to move differently.
You do.
Not like how in the U.S. and Canada, you're a little bit more loud, you're a little bit more like intentional. Here, it's more low-key. It's, on the sidelines kind of thing. Yeah. I know for myself, too, like, bro, when I made that jump from Toronto to coming to Belgrade and making this my base, I was used to like loud hustle, go. Here you got to pay a little bit. You got to take a step back, right? I'm in a new environment. I got to see the people I'm dealing with. I got to see the environments they're in. I got to see the kind of people they talk to, what interests them, what doesn't interest them, and like adapt like a chameleon. I think even for me, man, that was like my biggest hurdle of like getting used to that, because I think people here operate at a different wavelength than what you and me both are used to.
100%.
Like, completely different.
You got to be open-minded here,
man.
And be patient. Yeah. Patience and being open-minded and just accept it for what it is. And then I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's how it is,
man. So I don't know, like for me, traveling, I can't be stuck in one spot.
Yeah.
I fucking hate being stuck in one
I
spot.
feel you.
I feel like I'm in a cage and trying to get out and stuff, man. Like, thing is though, like when I came to Belgrade, my intention was, what, I'm gonna go chill in Belgrade for a month or two. From that, I'm gonna go to different cities. I'll go to France. I'll go to Italy. I'll go to Switzerland. Whatever. Well, I did that, but then Corona started. I was kind of locked in here. So that window when I was here in Belgrade, man, I was thinking, I'm like, look, I can either go back to Toronto, you know, live back where I was born and raised, have my friends there, have my family there, whatever. And then, or do I stay here in Belgrade? You know, so I made a decision to stay here, and bro, it's probably one of the like top 10 decisions I made in my life. You know, being here. You know, so it was like, I don't know. I met you. You know, I met some amazing people here, man. It's been good, and I think that, you know, this place here in the world is pretty good because, like, look, it's new, it's developing. There's a lot of foreign investments coming. You know, we're here. We're meeting other movers and shakers in the space. So it's about, you know, planting a flag. You know, and just seeing how you can build a future for yourself. So I don't know, man. Like to me, I don't know about you, but do you feel that, like, when you talk to other people and stuff like that, right away that you feel you're at a different mindset compared to them, like locals here in Belgrade?
Yeah, right away. Like, I mean, I have good tuition, you know. I can feel people's energy and just from talking to them, because first impressions is everything. So I'm able to, like, make a good judgment. And even though I'm still very open-minded, because you just, sometimes people are off a little bit, so you just have to be a little bit more patient. And that's how I am in general. So, like, but yeah, I usually could tell, like, pretty quick, you know.
Yeah, man. No, that's good. And, like, what do you do, like, for fitness and stuff like that? Like, your own self-development. Like, I know you were talking earlier about it. You're very focused on, like, being the best version of yourself.
Yeah,
so, bro,
you have to,
teach me how you do it, man. Like, what's the process and mindset behind it?
You just got to do it, man. It's like the Nike sign or the Nike logo. Just do it. I mean, for me, because I know in the summer I was a little thicker, right? I was eating all that Bordic and drinking and doing all this and eating pizza and all that. So
we had a fun time, though.
Yeah, we had a lit time, man. It was all worth it. But, like, when I went back to the States, I remember looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, yo, what's wrong with my... I'm sitting there looking at my stomach and I'm like, yo, this ain't cool. My cheeks was all puffy. I was like, yo, I didn't feel healthy no more. You know what I'm saying? And I should know better because I'm very cautious about what I eat. And I feel like you are what you eat. So I was like, yo, I got to cleanse. I got to get in shape. So I made up in my mind that this is what I wanted to do. So then I started running. I was doing a lot of cardio. And then when I got to Belgrade, I said, okay, now I want to hit the gym. You know, so that's what I do. I spend like maybe 3 hours at the most in the gym every day, except for Sundays or Saturdays. I mean, sometimes it just depends on my mood, but generally I spend like 3 hours a day in the gym. It's therapeutic. It detoxifies you. It keeps me motivated.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I like about you, man? Whenever you say you do something, you actually do it. Every time we met, you came back, you went hard, you go hard on yourself. You, like, even when you speak to other people, you kind of teach them in a constructive way, indirectly, but then people pay attention to you because they see that you have that, like, extreme ownership in what you do. You know, and I think like a lot of people don't have that kind of initiative for themselves, but I think that's definitely what sets you apart. So it's one of those things, like, you know, imagine if not every, but a majority of men had that initiative, you know, to develop themselves in, like, the best version of themselves, whatever that may be for someone.
It's important, man, because you only live once, and you know, it's good. That's just how you want to carry yourself as a man. You know what I mean? Because that's how you can attract the opposite sex. If you're looking for love and all that stuff, you know, you got to take care of yourself. You can't just be walking around not smelling good, you know, looking all like you don't care about yourself, because what you put out, that's what you're going to get.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's important to just take care of yourself. And I've always been that way, even since I was, you know, like in my teenage years. I was just like always worried about, because my dad was strict on me when I was a kid. He used to, like, cuss me out if my pants wasn't ironed or if my shirt wasn't, like, perfectly done. Like, my hair had to always be edged up. You know, he was always on my case about it. So when I grew up, I always had that mindset of, like, yo, I always got to carry myself, you know, good. You know, not just for other people, but for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that, like, you growing up crafted you in who you are today with, like, that self-discipline that you have?
A lot of it is just it was embedded in me at a young age. You know, like, and I understand why it's important because I remember. I just never understood. It's like, so what? I want to be comfortable. I mean, it's okay to be comfortable, but you also got to carry yourself a certain way in society. You know what I'm saying? Because you want people, if you want the kind of reactions that you want from people, like if you want people to like you, then you got to treat yourself like you like yourself.
Exactly.
You got to love yourself. And that's the kind of energy that people will give to you in return if you can do that. So
exactly, man. It's one of those things that, like, you know, you get what you put out in life. Not just it's your looks. It's how you treat yourself, but how you treat other people as well. You know, like, I've been in a couple of scenarios where, you know, I wasn't properly treating that in a situation, but right away in your head you clue in, okay, this person probably has no idea or any, like, idea of, like, how to conduct with people in a social setting, so you kind of forgive them, but you don't forget it. You know, I'm sure you've been in a situation like that where it's like, this guy's acting like a dick to you because Just because,
yeah.
But the next time you meet, bro, he might be nice, he might buy you a drink, whatever, but you're never going to forget that first impression,
Never.
And I think that in life, in business, with women, relationships, everything you do in life, bro, it all comes into unison like that, man.
Yes,
you put out what you get back what you put out, man. So, I mean, like, I have some other friends back in Toronto. They're in that same boat, like all self-development, self-improvement, but I have some people in my life that go halfway. They don't go all the way, like, and then when you tell them, hey, you got to push yourself a little bit more. Yeah. Put your neck out on the edge just by another centimeter or inch. Yeah. Just do a little bit more. Yeah. Because look, if you work harder, if you work on yourself harder, work on your business harder, you get more back, man. Exactly. That's just how the universe works, and the universe puts all the different people, places, and experiences in your life based on that mindset, man. So
exactly.
I don't know what's it called. There's a word for this kind of mindset. It's to have like it's related to extreme ownership. But there's this mindset of just being like, I don't want to say a savage because it sounds bad, but it's almost like a savage mindset where you're just like you're deliberately improving yourself every single day, even if it's by like 0.01%.
Yeah, it does, right.
Bro, that shit compounds, man. Like it just goes up, adds up, man.
Yeah.
It adds up, man. So you had a pretty successful career in Hollywood, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, it's weird because when I was a kid, I was always around it. Like, even as a baby, like I remember my dad took me to my first audition back in 92 or 93, one of them years, and it was for an apple juice commercial. And I remember like I was being so obnoxious. I just would not listen to the lady. She was like, "Say Granny Smith apple juice," and I'm like, "Milk." Just being. You
didn't take it seriously?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, But I remember my dad tried to get me into showbiz as a young kid, and then I guess as I got older, I never really realized that I was involved in it because I was always in school plays, church plays. I was just always around performing. And then when I got older, much older, my mom was doing a lot of acting in Hollywood. She was so much more like involved in the industry than I was. She was on Alan McBeal's show. She was on the Steve Harvey show. She was on all kinds of commercials and other things that I didn't know about. So I was seeing this. So I would go to the events and then I remember my first play I did was in Studio City and I played a young Martin Luther King Jr.
Nice, man.
So that was my first role.
Yeah.
And other actors was there. Yeah. Angela Bassett was there. Denzel Washington's best friend was there. So that's how I started making connections and people starting to, realize who I was. And then I started, and then when I got to high school, that's kind of when it all changed for me. I started learning how to do filmmaking, and then next thing you know, I'm doing commercials, independent films, MTV stuff, and it just went on from there, and then just kind of created somewhat of a name for myself.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Would you go back to that?
Wow, this is when it gets deep.
Yeah, man.
It's like, yes.
You're big on TikTok, so I mean, like, you have that social media presence already there. Like, if an opportunity came to, like, in Hollywood, hey, Quan, let's make a movie. Like, would you do it?
Yeah,
would you do it with purpose?
Like, because I love the art of it. See, a lot of people in LA, I noticed, they just want to do it because they just see the good side of things. They just want to be famous. They want to have the money.
Yeah.
But see, for me, I don't care about any of that. It's like I love it for the art. I love writing. I love acting. I love directing and editing. I love doing all of that. So yeah, just because I have such a strong passion for it, absolutely. If someone said, "Yo, Quan, you trying to do this?" Because even to this day, I still do like little projects here and there with some of the celebrities that I've met, and some I would pitch them the idea. I'm like, "Hey, yo, you want to do this? Where I'm going to call you on the phone, and then you're going to say this, and then
you did the thing with Drake's dad. I saw
that
was huge,
I swear I didn't think he was because. At first, he was like, "What is this for?" And I was like, "Oh man, I hope he's gonna be down." And then,
how'd you pitch it to him? Like,
I just said, "Yo, Dennis, I'm just looking to do a quick little skit. I sent him some other videos that I did with other actors, so I didn't want him to think I was lying." So he responded to my email and all that, which was a shock. But when he looked at it, he was like, "So what's the point of this?" I said, "This is all just for fun." Yeah. And he was like, "Okay, cool." And I said, "This is the dialogue. This is what I want you to say." He did it, and I was shocked. I was like, "Okay." So I did my part, and then I noticed it just became like easier and easier the more I pitched the idea to other actors. So yeah, that's kind of like how it went down. And I would post it, and people thought it was fake.
Your skits are good though. Your skits are funny, man. They're entertaining. I watched them. I have to watch them twice to get it, man. But no, it's good. It's a good fucking story, man. No,
embarrassing.
you have the ones where you post where it's like you're like when you were younger, I think.
Oh, okay.
I remember the one watching it. You were in a, it's a skit for sure, but you were in your house. There was a girl there. And
you talking about Worthwealth?
Bro, that was too good. I watched that, man. I cried. I'm like, this is like something you would go. You know when people go on YouTube because they're bored?
Yeah.
Bro, this came to me on stories. I watch it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? I'm like, oh shit. I started showing everyone, man. That was good, man. How do you get these ideas? Like, how does it come to you? You just like,
you know what?
Do you write it before? Do you have like a dream? Like, what happens, bro?
This is how I come with. This is how all my ideas come to me.
Yeah.
So like back in the day, especially back home, I would keep a notebook under my bed because.
Yeah, like a little journal.
Yeah, like a little journal, because I would just like either have dreams or I'll just have random thoughts throughout the night. It'll just hit me. So I'll just like, oh snap, let me write this down. Let me write this down. So that's how I do it. Yeah. And then I also mix it in with personal experience because I go through all kinds of weird stuff, especially in my younger days. Yeah. Oh my God. So like for instance, worst case scenario, the one that you were talking about, that was all based on like real life experience.
True story.
Yeah, like so I just kind of, tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was all inspired by like actual things that I would go through. Like I remember when I was younger, I used to struggle with the girls, like trying to take them on dates. They didn't take me serious. And I was just like, man, what? Am I ugly? What's wrong with me? I just didn't get it. So I wrote about it, and it was my way of coping with it, my way of like expressing myself, like my depression and all the things that hurt me, coming up. So
exactly,
I would laugh at it by doing, videos.
No, it's good, man. Videos are very. We should do a skit one day, you and me.
Yeah, of course,
I'm down. I'm down for skits, man. I'm always doing skits with Jamal over here, man. Like Jamal knows about skits, huh? He's laughing now. He's laughing because he knows. He doesn't want to talk about it. They're that good, man. Yeah, man. So no, it's good. Definitely, like that Hollywood thing. It shaped you. Like who you are today with the different skits you got, man. Yeah. And what you've got. I don't know if you want to tell the audience. Maybe we'll keep it low key for now. But what you've got going on, man. That right there, man. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, man.
I think it's gonna be something the world's never seen before.
Yeah.
Maybe they saw it to an extent, but this is like mega.
I think
this is GOAT moves, man. Like you're going, and it's gonna be, it's a different version of yourself that you're building into. Obviously, to do that role, to do that, what you're planning, man. It's a vision that you're.
Yeah, that I'm just
coming to fruition.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't like talking about it too much because if you speak too soon,
jinxes happen, bro.
People
jinx shit.
I don't want to jinx anything, man. So it's all about just going with the flow and just not allowing myself to get distracted. So yeah, man. But it's man, I just love talking about this because it's like it makes me excited.
I know.
I feel like writing some stuff right now. I'm like, bro, where's my notebook? I feel like doing something right now, for real. Like I swear.
I have times sometimes, bro, where I wake up early in the morning, I can't sleep, and I just go in my journal, I just start writing. And just like it's thoughts. It's maybe related to business. It's maybe related to my health, what I want to do that day, or just like a couple words that I just want to bring out. But I feel that when I write things down in a journal, it comes back to me in a more formidable way. Like I remember, I actually want to live it. So I remember when I was younger, man, I used to journal heavily, bro. I used to be like, when I was like 24, 25, I went through a phase of my life where every single day I was writing down my goals in the morning, my vision. So like, I'll write, hey, when I'm 28, I want to be, a multimillionaire living on a yacht. I didn't get all those goals, but we're out there, I want to have a car. I want to live all around the world. I want to have 2 passports, whatever. And now when I come to 28, I feel that self-affirmation of myself, it kind of structured that belief because growing up, my parents were also very strict. Like, hey, you got to go to school. You got to do this. I went to high school. Once I got to high school, I didn't give a fuck. Before that, it was all like, it was proper. I was like a soldier, bro. Wake up in the morning, get dressed, pack your lunch, come home, do your homework, pack your clothes for the day, all that stuff. Once I hit high school, bro, new year, new me, bro. Like it was like I don't know, something happened, but those 4 years of my life really gave me a different perspective of how to live outside of like the traditional box. And that's really what led me here today. So myself, I went through like trials and tribulations in my last like 9 years of life, ever since I finished college. And it was just like up and down, business, women, friends, being taken advantage of, it's just like,
of course.
But you learn from it. Like I never, even when I lost people in my life, money in my life, opportunities in my life, man, I always came back. I always feel like everything happens for a reason. And when that reason, you don't know the reason right away. Let's say right now, like, who knows, like, you're late for your Uber, right? The Uber's late. But if you got into that Uber 5 minutes before, you would have got stuck on traffic because the bridge like collapse or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I feel like everything has a purpose, and like maybe we met with a purpose too, and like we're here in Belgrade with a purpose, man.
Absolutely.
But one of the things that I've learned a long time ago is like to be a master in your craft, whatever your craft is, whether it's people, sales, business, stuff you're doing. You can't get too distracted. There's like a fine line, you know, like a little border, and you have to like bounce between it, you know. So it's like a lot of things can pull people, you know, like you know, drugs, alcohol, women, they're dangerous. Other things in life, you have to like have a control, a locus of control to really limit those things, certain what's it called, borders.
Yeah, borders.
You know? Yeah, man. Like, what would you say was your biggest distraction that kind of took you off your path?
Just not believing in myself.
Yeah, man.
Because, like I said, I mean, this is one of the things that I struggled with for a lot of years was depression, man. A lot of people don't mean that depression is real. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy, man. Because, you know, people will think, man, this dude's got it all. He's met all these famous people, you know. Yeah. Oh, he's probably got all this money.
Bro, you go to your Instagram, you're living like a rock star, man. Like
yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like that at the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was going to all these premieres and meeting all these actors and hanging out with them and hearing their stories and even going to some of their houses and stuff like that. I mean, there's some things I can't talk about, but you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it was just, that's kind of like how it felt. But, you know, but now it's like a blur almost. When I look at myself from that time period, I'm like, yo, that was me in that life. You know, I don't feel like that no more. So it hits me, man. It's like I slip off into this weird, these thoughts. So that's why I try not to think so much. I try to just be like, okay, just stop thinking about all this negative stuff. Just to stay focused, man. Because if the moment I start thinking about other things, next thing you know it, I get into this depression, and then I stop believing in myself, and then I will like go away, and I'll just stop doing. I'm like, nobody likes it, man. What am I kidding? No one cares. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what a lot of I notice other artists go through the same thing. You just stop believing in yourself sometimes, you know. And it's I don't know where it comes from, but that's
I definitely share that sentiment because like I had times in my life where it was like a struggle, like a grind. You know, like I went in my early 20s, man, when I first like started entrepreneurship, my own stuff. Like I would go months without getting paid, and I get worried. I'd be like, "Yo, am I not good for this? Like, am I not really like someone who deserves
good
this?"
Enough, right.
And
that's how I feel.
I started believing like, "Yo, I don't deserve this. Maybe I'm not right for this. Maybe I'm not working hard enough." Because I was working, bro. I was hustling. I was working like 12-hour days, online businesses, trying to make shit work, marketing, talking to people. And it's just like, no. And then like it came to a point, bro, where I'm just like, I gotta get the fuck out of it. I gotta find a job. You know, it came to that point where I had to fucking go looking for a job. I was on an Indeed, LinkedIn, getting my resume together and stuff. And I was just like, fuck, man. I'm like, I didn't want to do it. I was like, I just didn't want to do it. I'm like, yo, Stefan, like, I can't give away my personal freedom to go be a bitch in a fucking corporation to go work for someone else. Like, okay, I can do it for, let's say, if I'm really on the edge and I need to like, you know, make some money to pay bills and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Worst case scenario. But man, like, I've gone to a phase of my life where I had to like, I needed to be independent my own way, you know? And so, like, I think if I didn't go through that phase of my life where I was working so hard but getting no results, I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, imagine like you had a crossroad and you gave up, what your life would be like. Let's say you got like a job somewhere in Hollywood. It was like under the line film production, you know, like a grip guy or something like that. Yeah, you see cool stuff and all, but is that really what you want in life?
Right. No,
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like, yeah, man, it's hard because, you know, I didn't have as many, like, the only person that I could say that supported me the most would be like, you know, my family, you know what I mean? Because they know that I have like a strong passion for what I do. And I will say, yeah, there are some friends out there that are very close to me that supported me all the way there. Would even tell me, bro, what are you doing, man? You should get back into it. Why you over here BSing, man? You need to, you know, come on, man. I'm just like, no, man, like, I'm getting old now. I've gained weight, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if my acting skills are as good. You know, it's just, it's weird, man. It's like the older I got, the more I just felt like, I just felt like maybe I don't got it no more, man. Yeah. So now I just do it because it's a passion, right? Like when I do these videos here and there, I do it because that's just I can't control.
It drives you. It's like it's a self-driver you have.
It's not like a multi-million-dollar like feature-length production film that I'm working on because, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to do something like that, Hollywood is a place that is not as easy as you think it is to get in. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you have to do that you ain't gonna like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all true, by the way. That's not. I know that sounds controversial, but it's all real.
Yeah, there's some stories out there.
Oh, man. Dude, there's some stories out there for sure, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, you just gotta. If it's in you, you know, just that's why I don't care for Hollywood. I'm not like, yes, I would go back if somebody was saying, yo, Quan, you know, let's do this film. I want you to be the next, I don't know, Black Panther. There's no way in hell I'm gonna turn down that. You know, so I'm like, yeah, of course. But like right now, I'm just trying to do my own thing. I want Hollywood to come to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to build my own. I don't feel like I need to have an agent, you know, or you know, get in line like all the.
You don't need that, bro. You build up your own reputation and your own name, man.
Exactly.
And there you go. And then from there, everything starts coming to you.
Yeah, you got YouTube now. You got all these different social media platforms that you can use to discover yourself. You don't need to like go out there and spend all this money on headshots and trying to find a manager and an agent. And then them finding you like these little small roles. Then you got to get your 3 SAG vouchers. And then when you finally get that, then you can only pray to God that you'll land an audition.
Social media is one of the most powerful tools in the world. You know, like I grew my business in the last couple of years strictly with social media, man. With Google, not Google's not social media, but with LinkedIn, with Twitter, and with Instagram. Yeah. You know, mostly LinkedIn, man. A chunk of my business came from LinkedIn, man. Just having your presence there and connecting with people, man. And when you have a story that's like authentic, it's legit. People can see and feel the authenticity. Man, that right there, man. You get people's attention, but it converts to a conversation. Yeah. And once you start talking to people, man, like opportunities come up. You know, they see something in you that they like and that they want. You know what I mean? Yeah. So once you have that, it's like, hey, let's do some business together. Let's do some podcasts together. Let's do some marketing work together. Like, you know, whatever it may be, man. Like social media is a fucking powerful tool,
yes,
man.
It is,
if
man.
you can
yes, it
bro,
is. Bro.
I know you told me earlier, man, but tell everyone on TikTok. What happened on TikTok, bro?
Oh,
that was a crazy story, man. Like,
so the people who follow me on Instagram now, this is kind of like an older video. So I was in Novi Sad, right? And we were waiting to go inside this like little grocery store on the corner. And I remember like while we were waiting, I saw this stroller. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, a stroller, but I saw
must be empty, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking it was empty. But I saw like a head moving back and forth. And I was like, wait, hold up. Is that what I think it is? So it was a baby in the stroller just chilling outside on the corner. And I'm looking around to see if there's any adults, like a mom or a father. No. Strangers are walking by. And remember, we're on the corner of a street. There's cars driving by. And I'm just like, yo, I got to record this. I've never seen nothing like this. So I pulled out my phone and I was like, yo, man, this is crazy. Look, there's a baby outside with, you know, no parent. And I remember just waiting because at this point, I was like, yo, I don't want to leave this baby unsupervised because I feel like maybe this baby got deserted, but of course I'm sure the adult went inside the store. And then so I'm just like I said, I was recording it, and then the lady came out, and I was like, "Is this your baby?" And she's like, "Yes." She almost looked. She had to like confirm, like, "Yeah, I think that's my baby." But she's like, "Yeah, thank you." And I was I wasn't trying to violate. I was just, you know, I didn't know. And then she was saying, "Oh, it's normal. It's a normal thing that they do here in."
I have not seen that yet, bro.
And I was like,
one normal thing. I know people leave their dogs outside, but not babies.
Yeah,
bro.
not a whole baby, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can understand it was like a baby dog.
Yeah.
But not like an actual live
baby
human being.
breathing,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
So I felt weird. So I figured, you know, let me just post this on TikTok or whatever, you know. So I did. And man, I wasn't expecting to get the response that I was going to get. I remember the first 10 minutes, I ended up getting 1,000 views. So by I think it was not even a full 3 days.
You got the algorithms working for you and everything.
I don't know.
People are coming in.
People like randomly hit me up, like arguing and talking all this, you know, to each other and saying, "Oh my God, why would somebody do that?" And then I'm hearing people from Denmark and Sweden and Norway. This is like a normal practice where they just leave their babies outside to get fresh air or something like that. And I was just like,
damn.
I didn't know. I didn't mean no disrespect.
Bro, I know in Toronto. I've never seen that in Toronto. Jamal, have you seen that in Toronto?
Never, no.
Never. That's.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I wasn't
that's
trying
wild,
to.
bro.
I wasn't trying to offend nobody. I was just like, yo, this is the first time I've seen this. I gotta post this, and now it's at over 100-some thousand views, and it's on like its third day of being online, and I am getting more followers, and more people are like hitting me up, you know, asking me all these questions. Some people are like, why would you violate the baby's privacy?
The baby's privacy, bro. What privacy? It's life at this point.
I was like, bro, what do you mean violating the baby's privacy? I was like, I'm just trying to help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So But like, I stayed, everything was cool. I wasn't trying to snitch nobody out and call the police. I was just like, okay, I'm sure the mother's inside. Yeah. And she's going to eventually.
Yeah, we're not, you, bro. I know if I saw that, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I wouldn't, I'd probably wait there too. And ask the mom, like, is this normal? Like, you trust your baby out here with wheels and there's cars going by and stuff?
You know what I'm saying? What anything could go down? Yeah. What if the wind blew the baby into the street? Exactly. Or some random sicko could have just been like, ooh, a baby, boom.
Yeah, take it up. Let's go.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Shit. That's crazy.
So, yeah, man. So, it's getting the attention that I didn't really think it would get this quick. So, I'm just going to leave it alone and see where it goes. Oh, people have made stitches and duets of it and reactions.
Oh, yeah?
I've noticed that. Yeah, I'm just like... I hope people don't think I'm a jerk. Or, hopefully.
No, it's all good, man. You did it with your best intentions, so it matters, man. All that hate that comes out, it's just attention. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, however you take that attention, good publicity, bad publicity. Attention, bro. Good. Like, it's currency, Use that currency however you want. Exactly. And so, man. Fuck. What would you say, man? Like, living outside of the U.S. for as long as you did, I know for me, like, doesn't it feel that last, like, year and a half of your life, last 6 months feels like, in the U.S. would be like 3? It's just a faster life, man. Yeah. Like, especially here, bro. Yeah. I remember one morning, man, me and my boy, we left here at like 8 a.m. to go do some stuff in the city. That morning, we saw construction. We saw people get pulled over. I saw a pregnant lady cross the road. I saw traffic that I haven't experienced in my life, bro. I saw roads where I thought I was in the Brazilian favelas. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And with Corona happening, you can't park anywhere because everyone's waiting outside and like everything's slower and stuff, And you get in trouble from people for not even understanding what the rules are. We had to go to the police station to get some stuff signed and whatever. We went in that police station. You're walking to this like 1940s like communist building, bro. From Minnesota, bro. It felt like a Call of Duty map. Like, you're just walking through it, hallways, like big doors. Like you don't know what's going on, man. It's cold and like the lights are like very dim, but the walls are green. You're just like, you don't know where you're going, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was crazy, man. Like that stuff like that you don't see in Toronto. There's more order. There's more like, you go from A to B. You go from A to A1, A2, A3, then B. It's like all these different steps.
Little steps for nothing almost.
For nothing,
like,
man.
Okay.
And not just Serbia, bro. Going to Milano. Same shit. It doesn't matter where you are in Europe. It's completely like, it's an old place. A lot of those old like norms stayed, but with a new system. So it's like, it's even more fucked up. Yeah. I don't know, man. How was like for you? You went to Minsk?
Yeah, I went to Belarus for 2 days.
Belarus. Yeah, 2 days, huh?
Yeah, because at the time...
No coronavirus, nothing.
No, man. I didn't have to wear masks. They acted like Corona didn't even exist. Yeah. I remember going to the stores. No one said anything about masks, this, that, cabs, everybody. Like, I was like in a whole different world, dude. And the people were like a lot chill too. Like my Russian skills gotten better. Like I when I was younger, I learned Russian. So it was easier to be there than it is here in Serbia. So I was able to, talk my way into things and, whatever. But it was cool, man. I was there for 2 days and I left because the reason why I left in such a quick time was because they were having some kind of like protesting and rioting going on. Because the president. Yeah. And cops was throwing rocks and sticks at folks, people getting arrested. And I remember my friend was like, yo, you got to get up out of here before you end up on the news, like, and I was like, I'm the last person that's trying to get beat up by the cop. I was like, all right, let me just get up out of here.
Belarus too, huh?
Yeah, and then I remember the government shut the internet down or something like that. No one had access to internet, and I'm sitting there, and I had a flight, and I'm sitting there trying to like make phone calls and try to get it. I was like, yo, I'm finna miss my flight. They got no internet. I couldn't talk to nobody. And I somehow figured out how to get to the airport just on time. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's crazy how like even what's happening in the U.S. now with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like going against Trump, shutting all that down, all that censorship, man. Yeah. And like what happened in Belarus, they shut the internet down, man. Think about it, man. They're censoring things. It's crazy.
That was weird, man. That was so
weird. Imagine you're in a foreign place, bro. Okay, yeah, you speak the language a little bit, but imagine like you got to catch an Uber, you got to catch a flight, you got to do something, you got to call someone on WhatsApp or Signal. Yeah. No internet.
I had no.
And you're stranded. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no matter how far ahead we are, like these big like tech monopolies, how they shut people down, bro. I think like the way the world's moving with all this like technology and stuff like that, man. There's people are gonna give like resistance to it. Like you see like Telegram, Signal, they got all these downloads once WhatsApp announced their new those terms and policies where they record literally everything, your pictures, your photos, everything, everything, bro. They're using it for like market data. And you don't know who's watching that stuff. Facebook's watching, but who's watching Facebook? You know what I mean? It kind of gets rid of that independence that you have, and the privacy, man. So I don't know. I feel that there might be some sort of like resistance against that stuff. Now that resistance may come in the form of like, more like decentralized cryptocurrencies being the way, more chats that are like, you can't really get into it easily. I don't know. I don't know what to think, man, especially now with coronavirus putting all these different restrictions out. Like I'm trying to build the life for myself where I have like different flag poles posted around the world, like one here, Canada, Brazil, maybe somewhere in Asia, the Emirates. And once you have that like set up and residency in those places, if you're not happy where you currently are, man, let's say here in Belgrade, they shut everything down like they did in the US and Canada, bro, you and I, we hop on a plane and we're there. In a couple years from now, maybe a jet, and we just like, there's no masks on planes, nothing, bro. We just get there, man. So I don't know, man. That's one of the, like, what I do, why I do what I do, man, is because of that. I want to have that freedom, flexibility, like anti-fragile. Yeah. Because I have friends and family back in Canada, they can't leave. They're out there, they're working from home, or maybe they're collecting some sort of like government money because they're not working, and they feel stuck. Look what happened in the UK. You can't leave. Nope. You can't leave. We met Tom today. He left he literally left like right before everything went down. Escaped, and look how grateful he is to be out of there, man. You can't even look outside your window, bro. Like they're looking at you, they're looking back at you. You can't go outside. Like that's crazy. Imagine having that kind of restriction. You can't leave. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's just I just hope it'll change soon, man. Hopefully, this whole thing will just be done, because I'm ready to go back. I'm sure everybody else wants to go back to the normal things. Yeah, man. But I guess time will tell. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll see when we get there.
Yeah, man. How the women in your life now?
Say that again?
How the women in your life when they meet someone like you, bro, in a foreign country? They're probably like, damn, this guy's here, huh?
The girls, man. Interesting, man. Yeah. I feel like the experience, especially here in Serbia, I think it's very interesting here. Like, when I first got here, I noticed a lot of the staring, right? Because I get it, stand out a little bit. Yeah. And I'm not a nervous person, or am I a shy person? I'm just like, I just don't know what to think of.
Yeah, you're observing.
I'm just kind of like feeling things out, right? Because I remember the first girl that I approached, and I was like just trying to ask a question. I wasn't like, hey, yo, what's good with you, baby? What's good? Yo, what's good? Can I get that number? Yeah. No, it was just simply like me. Excuse me, I'm trying to find this hotel and I can't pronounce it. I don't speak English, and just kept walking. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, and then I noticed some others were nice, and it was cool. Like, I will have to say this though. Serbian women are bad. They bad. They fine. They fine. And y'all know it. So yeah, like I think the women here are very beautiful. Just in general, everybody's just, I can tell they take care of themselves here.
You walk out, bro. You're walking. You feel like you're downtown Belgrade in the clans. It's like a fashion show, bro.
Yo, for real.
Everyone's dressed to the nines, man. The guys are suited and booted. The women are like, they take care of themselves. They're going to the grocery store, bro. They'll put on nice boots. They do their hair, their makeup. They're looking good. I like that. Not like back in Canada, bro. You go to like a metro, like people in their pajamas. People walk out in their pajamas and like a hat, and like I'm surprised they didn't walk with a cigarette inside the fucking store. You know what I mean? Like it's different too. I don't think just Serbia, but like all of Europe. I remember we went to Milano a couple months ago, and even there, bro, it's like the old people, bro. These old people are like the freshest old people I've seen in my life, man. Like taken care of, like old people with like their blazers, their robes coming out over here. Hair is done back. They have like those tinted glasses too. Yeah. Just like a casual coffee. I'm like, this is what I like. I'm like, I like this. It's nice and eloquent. It's like the lifestyle that I want. So
right.
Yeah, man. What's next for you, bro? Where are you two after this?
I don't know. I know. I mean, my thing is so I do have to go back to the States because I got some things I got to take care of for a little bit, and then after that, my plan is to come back to Serbia. Of course, I'm definitely going to be coming here more than usual. I do want to go back to the Nordic region because Norway still stands as my favorite. I still
haven't been to Norway, man.
Bro, you gotta go.
I had a layover in Copenhagen. I know it's not Norway. Is that Norway? Copenhagen? That's Sweden.
No,
right?
That's
Denmark.
That's Denmark. Yeah.
So I had a layover, but like, man, I remember walking into there, bro. Everything was so proper. I feel like I was walking to like an IKEA.
No, for real though. Like it's clean. It smells good. People are so friendly. Yeah. For real, like. Man.
I want to go. I want to go to Oslo. I want to go to Copenhagen. I want to see all those different places in the world. Like parts of Europe. Like I've seen most of Europe, but I haven't seen those like Nordic countries yet. I feel like it's a completely different world over there.
It's a different vibe, man, compared to like Southeast Europe, like where we are. I feel like people here tend to be brash a little bit, but when you go to like for instance, when I went to Norway for the first time, the moment I got off the plane, I remember everybody just, I sensed the different
like chilling,
energy.
huh?
People were like, everybody was so helpful. The dude at the bank, because I was trying to, do the currency exchange. The dude left his post like he was a teller, and he said. And I was like, yo, man, I'm having trouble. He said, oh, don't you worry. And then he came around, walked all the way to the ATM with me. No one was in the bank. Like, I was like, bro, you just left your post open. He didn't care, man. And people on the street corners were all nice. I remember this girl. Actually, no. It was these guys that I saw. They were like, I went into this bar and I noticed they was playing some dope music, and then they was getting down to it, and I was like, hey, I just looked at them because sometimes when I hear certain songs, I can't help but start dancing too. But I saw, I was like, hey man, y'all, okay, and then they was like, hey, come here, who's this guy? And then they put their arm around me, and I'm with these random dudes, and they said, we want to introduce you to some girls. And then they took me to this other side, and then there was like 5 girls sitting there, and they was all staring, and I was like, hey, what's good? My name is Quan. And they was like, oh, come with us. And then one of them pulled my arm. And then I'm just like that. It was just me and 5 girls just walking down the street, and they're buying me drinks. And I'm just like, oh, snap. It's like this.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, man, Norwegian people, you guys are the greatest, man. I love y'all. Y'all so cool.
Bro, it's one of the spots I got to go to, man. Like, I think for me this year, what I want to go, I'll be in Serbia for the next couple of months. From that, I think I'm going to go to Dubai for a couple of months as well. See what the Middle Eastern lifestyle is. I know it's not really Middle Eastern. It's like Las Vegas Middle Eastern, but kind of live that up for the next, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months. We'll see how it goes. And then from there, I don't know, man. Like, I have my eyes set right now and just like, I want to stay put for a bit, like the next 6 months and see how the world plays out.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, man. And then from there, like, I want to plan. Like, I'm only going to go to Dubai if like shit doesn't pop off with COVID. Like if they have restrictions like how they had like travel bans, like COVID tests and all that stuff, I'm probably not going to go. I'll stay here. Yeah. But I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm going to stay put for a bit, but definitely, man, when all this shit is over and done with, hopefully soon, man, I'm going to be all over Europe. I got to finish seeing Europe, man. Like,
yeah, me too.
I got to go with you to Norway, man. See what that's like, man. That'll be fun.
It's going to be expensive though. Yeah. Just for like a drink like this. Yeah. Will cost you like $25. Like,
oh yeah?
It's crazy. Yes, sir.
I remember I went to Switzerland, bro. Switzerland's its own kind of thing. Like, I've been to New York, LA, Toronto, like Vancouver, like where stuff's pretty like pricey when you go out. But man, like Switzerland is a completely different ballgame, man. I went to a restaurant there, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this, whatever. I got a hamburger, water, like a sparkling water, and some fries, like a combo. Bro, it was 35 of their money, like euros, Swiss francs. Okay. I was like, wait a second, what the hell did I just get? Did I get a meal or I just got like a snack? It felt like a snack. It wasn't that big. I'm like, holy shit, bro, this place is pricey. Like, no matter how much money you have, bro, if you have millions, if you have like $100,000 a year, if you're a billionaire, you're gonna think that's not worth 35 francs. Like, that's
how they do it, man.
I'm just like, what the hell, man? I was like, that was something foreign to me, man. But shit, man. Thing is though, like when you go to these places, you go for the experience, so you don't really look at the cost.
It's about the experience.
About the experience.
But you want to be smart too, because like for here, I'm always getting ripped off by somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I told you this, when I went into a store right around the corner from where my place is, and I just bought like it was 2 waters and 2 juices and a bag of M&Ms. And this dude tried to charge me 2,000 dinar for that, which is almost like 20 euros or something like that. So I'm thinking like, this should only be like $6. Like, why is? So I'm like, yo, can I get the receipt? And he was like then. And so he gave me the receipt, like, oh, here you go, hoping to God that I wasn't gonna look at it. So I get to the spot, and I just, I checked everything. This dude charged me milk, 3 other candy bars, extra juice, charged me all this extra stuff.
What the fuck?
And I'm just like,
just ripped you off like that, huh?
Yeah, because he asked me, cause right before I bought all this stuff, he's like, where are you from? And I said, oh, I'm from the States. He said, oh, America. Oh, very nice, very nice. And then
he's scheming right away.
Yes, like I thought the dude was cool. Yeah. So as soon as I realized this dude ripped me off, I go right back in there. I said, hey, yo, look, man, check this receipt. And he's all like, what? I don't understand. And I was like, you don't understand? I said, bro, this shit only. And then he was just like, oh, well, it's it's my first time. The machine is new. And I was like, give me back my money. And then he finally rang it up, and then he gave it to me. He had an attitude, but I was like, bro, how you gonna do that, man? Bro, you could lose your job or something like that if you do that in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, jail, man.
Like, you can go to jail. Like, not only just lose your job, you can go to jail, all kinds of stuff. So that's the biggest thing that I had to like worry about out here, like especially with cab drivers and all that stuff. Like they will rip you off. Trust me,
bro.
Trust me.
Yeah, man.
They even do it to the Serbians too.
Yeah.
Like, they do it to everybody. So that's my biggest like thing that I've struggled with the most here in this particular place is. You know, getting
people do move differently here, man. It's a whole different ballgame, man. Like once there's a sense of like they can get something short term from you, like the attitude changes. You know, like when someone's niceness goes up a notch, you know, there's something always behind it.
It's an ulterior motive, man.
There's always an ulterior motive, man. Like it's just one of those things. But you know what? Like at the same time, as bad as here in Europe, like Canada, US has its own ulterior motives too with people. Yeah. At least in my experience, like I've had parts of my life where I was taken advantage of, but I knew it. Yeah. You know, I was conscious of it. Yeah. And like, you know, you tick a box for that person and you understand like how they move and all that stuff. And then from there, like, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me how's it go?
It's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
That's what it was.
That's what I think George Bush got that.
Yeah. There was a song about it.
Yeah. J. Cole. Yeah. Role models. Yep.
Yeah, role models, man. So that's good, man. Shit.
But yeah, it's all a learning thing for me because I learned pretty quick. You know what I'm saying in general. So like, I adapted pretty well to this culture. And like I said, I think Serbia is still a beautiful country. Of course, you know, I still recommend people to come here and just kind of get a feel of the city, especially here in Belgrade. I prefer Novi Sad. Don't be hating on me, please.
Novi Sad's nice, bro. I like Novi Sad too.
Novi Sad is dope. It's like chill. You know, it's more slow paced. People in Belgrade tend to act like people from like Beverly Hills sometimes.
Yeah, man. It's like a mix, bro. People in Belgrade, it's a mix of like Beverly Hills, New York combined.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
They try to like. The thing is though, like you go to some places, man, and I know in Toronto, someone has like, let's say a small business, bro. Everyone's a boss. They're a boss. You know, like they have a small business. They do $100K a year. They're a boss. Same thing here, bro. That same mentality. It's like, you know, but here it's like it's a little bit more exaggerated. You know what I mean? It's just like. Yeah. But like, you know, we come from a place where capitalism actually exists, so we can see through that facade.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. That's why I be laughing like, really, like for real. Yeah. Like one dude told me to shoo. I was standing by a
like get out of here.
Yeah. I was in front of my hotel waiting to go to the waterfront.
What the fuck?
And I was dressed pretty nice. I had some Nikes on. I had like the Nike hat on. I had a jacket. I think I was pretty fresh that night. So I'm just standing by the door, just waiting. And then this dude just looks at me like, he looks me up and down like, hey, you, go away. And I'm like, what? I was like, bro, I stay here. And he was just like, oh, okay. So he got all weird and just left. I was like, bro, my shoes, never mind. Let me not go down that road, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's just funny how they put on this facade, like you know, like they got all this stuff going on for themselves, and it's like
bosses
coming from where I'm from. Yeah. I can see right through the you know this fake persona that they're trying to put on.
Yeah. So you're 31 years old now, man. Yeah. What advice would you give to the 21-year-old Quan?
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I know, tough question.
Man, what would I tell?
Just imagine, bro. You're talking to you're in a room. You have a time machine. You just went back, or you paused time, whatever magic you want to pull, and you see your 21-year-old self. What do you tell yourself at that point?
I'm gonna be like, bro. First off, bro, you finna get fat. All this little skinniness thing that you got going on, you finna gain some weight, okay? But I would tell myself like, just take it easy, man. Don't think so hard. It's gonna be okay, man. Just stay focused. You're gonna run into some things, you know, but that's okay. That's part of life. Everybody goes through it. Just keep believing in what you believe in. Don't lose that fire and that passion. I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off. You're gonna be proud of yourself, and and don't listen to the naysayers. So that's kind of like, I think that's the main thing I would tell myself. And trying to think.
It's one of those things, bro. It's just like there's so much to just consolidate in like a short 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like, but I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. You know.
Stay aligned. Stay aligned with your purpose.
Of course.
Don't lose focus, man. Don't veer off those two borders. Yeah. You know, stay between that fine line. Yeah. Definitely. Quan, it was great, man. Thank you.
Man. For sure.
It was good, man.
For sure.
It's fun, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
of course.